you want just me or do you want somebody else?
It's up to you, man. I'm
Does anybody else want to do this? No? Alright.
Alright. We are cool, man. Jake DeLong here with Relive the Moment, here with Chris from Motionless and White. We're not Brian Stars, but damn it, we try. That's going to be our new motto, I think.
That's your motto? I don't think anyone can really equivalate a word to Brian Stars. If it isn't a word, I just made it one.
Brian has such a unique interview style. I watch it, everybody loves to get interviewed by him, and I watch it and I go, damn it. Like, my stuff doesn't even compare, but hey.
He's like that, I don't want to say awkward because that sounds like it's an insult.
Yeah.
But it's like that awkwardness that makes, I don't even know how to word one word.
He asks questions that nobody would dream of asking.
Yeah, it's really just random, and I don't know, he's awesome. He's a good dude. I love him.
But anyway, this is the final show of the year. It has to have been an amazing year for you. That's the way I see it. Look back on the year and tell me what this year has meant for you and the band.
I feel like this year's kind of been, like we put out our full length in October of 2010. It's 2011, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Put out the full length in end of 2010, so like things were just kind of getting going. I feel like this year was kind of like us laying the foundation out for what our band is to become. Like we put a full length record out for the first time. I don't know, just definitely this has been the hard-working year of like laying the foundation, and now the second record is going to be where we're going to start building higher and doing new things and trying to expand further. So this year to me, and I feel like for the rest of the guys, has definitely just been like one of the most like crucial years of just what will be our career in the future if it so continues to go further.
Yeah, the first time I ever seen you guys was in Thrash and Burn 2010. And back then you guys were like number 2 out of a 10 band lineup, and now you guys are doing like direct support, or tonight you guys are headlining, of course. I hope to see more of those in the future, by the way. But you guys are just coming out the Fearless Friends tour. How was that for you?
Fearless, it was like way better than I thought that it would be. I mean, we kind of expected to not really do that well, just because, not that we don't fit in with the bands, but we are different. Like, I feel like a lot of people do give a shit about the way that people look, and that will affect like their response as a crowd. But it was way better than I thought it would be. And then again, I go into things with low expectations, but I mean, it was great. Touring with the Relive was really cool because we've been friends with those guys for so long, and now both of our bands are on Fearless. We're both at kind of like a similar point in our careers, so it was really cool to tour with them, and it was awesome.
Awesome, man.
Keeping it awesome.
Last time I was sitting here with you, which was about 7 months ago, I sat here like a douche and asked you a million questions about a new album which you hadn't even started working on yet.
Yeah.
And looking back at that, I'm like, God damn it, okay. But you guys have at least announced the producers, or actually 2 of them at this point, for your new album. Tim Skold and Jason, how do you say it? Yeah, Sukoff, that's how you say his last name. What made you make that decision as opposed to like going with your old producer Andrew Wade, or going with like Joey Sturgis like everybody else is going with nowadays?
I think people go with Joey because it's kind of like a safe bet. Like, there's no risk in going with Joey because he's gonna make your shit sound fucking awesome. That's what he does. He makes everything sound huge and rad, and it's you're gonna get a good product, and it'll be awesome quality. But for us, we would have I would love to work with Joey, but it's just not what I feel right for our band, and exactly what I would want. To work with Tim, we're like, I don't know if you remember from the last interview, I told you how we're kind of going for like a couple different new things. Working with Tim in itself is fucking awesome because it's Tim Skold, like he's been a part of some of my favorite records ever, and just to get to work with him, do anything with him is awesome. It's more so we want to work with him to bring out something in us that we want to do, but not exactly, I don't want to say confident, because we're really, we are confident in what we do, but just to kind of like help us really pull it out and really accomplish the things that we want to do instead of half-assing them or only just trying them again. Like we want to really, really grab hold of
any idea.
Yeah. As for Sukov, you know, he's a great metal producer. He's done some of the some of the best metal records that are out there, and working with him is the same thing. Like we feel like he's gonna challenge us, and he's gonna overall make everything sound fucking badass. Like listen to any of the records he's done, they sound huge, they sound awesome. So it's just working with two really experienced people that know how to do things that we like and want to do as one big thing, one whole record. I feel like I'm running on and rambling.
No, that's fine, man. I can definitely tell you're excited about the prospect of the new producers, and
yeah. So it's just like marking another step up. Like I said, we worked with Andrew Wade, who's a good producer and stuff, but to work with like Tim is huge. The dude has Grammys for writing Manson records. It's not every day you get a chance to do that shit. So
right.
It's a really big deal. We're excited.
Speaking of Marilyn Manson, I get a lot of posts on my videos, people talking shit, saying you guys are stealing from Marilyn Manson, but it's really, you guys don't really hide the fact that he's one of your influences. Yeah. I mean, do you want to say anything to the people that want to talk shit about that? I mean,
nothing I'm going to say is going to change anything. I mean, yeah, the dude's a huge influence, because I feel like what people do is they take somebody that's at the top of the, I'll call it food chain, for lack of better words. They take somebody that's at the top, and anyone else that comes out or that's in the world or does anything that's underneath that person will automatically get the criticism or compared to.
Yeah.
It's just the way that people are. I don't know why that they do that, but it doesn't matter what I do. I've done things that I know Manson hasn't done, but just because people associate long black hair, makeup, and whatever else that we do, it's just, oh, you look like fucking Marilyn Manson, or you're doing whatever. As for the things that I do that he's done, like I had a podium on stage when we did All Stars tour.
Yeah.
It's kind of just a way of like being the next generation of what people like that have done. Like if you could tell me a band that's like current right now that does shit like bands like Rob Zombie or Alice Cooper or Manson or any of those bands, Slipknot, who today puts on a show like that? Nobody.
Yeah.
And we're not at a spot in our career where we're able to do stuff like that, just based on budget, and we're not doing a headlining tour, so you can only really do so much when you're not a headliner. We like to try to do things that are still putting on like a bigger show rather than just fucking standing there. Like I'm over going on stage and just putting on makeup and thinking that that's enough to get people to want to come back. I think people need something new, and the kids of this generation that we seem to appeal to know who Marilyn Manson is. They know who Rob Zombie is or whoever, but they weren't around, and they're probably not going to see many shows that he's done, and they weren't around during the the crucial point of those bands' careers. So I feel like it's just a job of another band that's current to kind of carry on that legacy, and maybe that's just what I tell myself to make it seem like it's a good idea, but I don't know. I really like doing in music what my influences have kind of like taught me, all the way from...
There's no shame in that.
Yeah, I don't really have any shame, and if people want to say shit, then go ahead and fucking say shit.
Yeah.
I'm not Marilyn Manson. I'll never fucking be Marilyn Manson. I just want our band to do something that's different from every fucking band that's out there now that does the same shit. And if that's gonna get me called Marilyn Manson, so fucking be it. You can keep eating your bullshit, spoon-fed live show from every other fucking band in your genre, and just be happy about it.
So, I was looking at your guys' tour dates. Looks like you're off for a couple months, and then you're going to be in Australia. And because we're talking about Marilyn Manson, sounds like you guys got a couple opening spots for him down in Australia. How significant is that for you guys?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, I feel like regardless that it's us or not, any band opening for, Manson is, it's a big deal. It's awesome. I don't even know. I mean, as you can imagine, it's a life goal. So I feel like in this past year, so many things I never thought would ever happen or that I would ever have a chance to do, we're getting to do. Opening for him is just, or even doing Soundwave in general with Slipknot. Slipknot's the number one band in the world that I would die to tour with, even over Manson. And we get to not necessarily tour with Slipknot, but play with them for all 5 Soundwave shows. It's like, how do you even say what you really feel about that,
Yeah.
It's awesome. Really, really excited.
Well, on November 11th, 2011, you guys released the video for Immaculate Misconception.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't normally watch music videos. They don't really do anything for me. But what was it like working, or first off, how did you select Cody Snyder as the director? Or did you have anything to do with that decision?
Well, I mean, he was presented to us, and of course after seeing after talking to him, we agreed to work with him because he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He knows his shit. He was just presented to us from Fearless, who I guess was talking to him. We had a previous relationship with D. Snyder, and I think that kind of was the foot in the door where they wanted to work with us, and they were really cool about wanting to do it. So of course we're gonna go with somebody that we already liked before. So
I felt like he really understood what you guys were trying to do and capture that in a video. Like nobody else does that, you know what I mean? And
it's another fucking thing, as soon as the video came out, it was cool and Manson did this. Yeah, it was cool, but who's fucking doing it now?
Yeah.
And I've never seen. It's not like we copied something exactly that he did. It's just people need fucking something to bitch about. People need something to fucking complain about. But I totally cut you off.
It's all right, man.
I have a lot of anger towards the.
Are you upset at the response of the video?
No, I'm really pumped about it. I actually don't think enough people got pissed off. I wanted more people to be fucking mad about it, just because that would mean that it caused them to react and it did something up here, which is what I wanted the video to do. The people that reacted positive and gave great feedback, I'm really happy that the point of the video did come across. Talking to Cody, this is kind of going back to the question you asked just a minute ago. He definitely was really, really concerned with making sure that we got everything to come through and not be, the original thing that I wrote that I wanted to do for the video was a lot more involved and a lot more disgusting and a lot more vulgar. But due to different reasons, we decided to cut that shit out and go for the bare basic, most forward way of getting the point across to where no one could misunderstand, no one could
put a bullshit spin on it.
Yeah, you can't fucking twist it around because it's so black and white. Yeah. Cody was great for doing that. We talked back and forth 100 times about the smallest details that no one would ever notice. It's just things that he cared about that normal people wouldn't give a shit about. And I think that's all of that hard work kind of went into the video and made it end up being what it is.
Whose idea was it for the "This Is Sparta" kick and the?
That was kind of him. He, I didn't even consider that's what it looked like until after I saw the video. I was just like, holy shit, this is Sparta kick. When I was doing that part, it didn't even cross my mind at all. It wasn't I wish it did, because then I would have been more I would have been more into it. It was his. We talked about, what I feel like the main part of that song is the "So Come and Fucking Get Us" part. So we wanted that to be a huge scene, and we just kept thinking of all these ways that we could, incorporate everything that line means. And we tried to combine a group of fans. We had fans in the video. So we tried to incorporate them into it to where they were standing behind me screaming that line.
Yeah.
So it showed, the unity in that line, and it also showed, the aggression and what's to come, the next couple lines, and then pan the kicks. It was all him. He thought of it, and I'm really glad that we did it.
It was awesome. You mentioned All Stars Tour a little bit earlier, and that was a freaking amazing show. Just the one I was at in Chicago. It wasn't too long after that I want to say the Ghost Inside came out dressed as you guys.
Yeah.
Describe your relationship with that band, because they're another band that seems to put it out there that, hey, we get what these guys are doing. It doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah. They're seriously like the raddest dudes I've ever met. They were like the coolest part about that whole thing is it wasn't like one person in the band wanted to do it and had to like coax the rest of them into it. It's like they were all about it. I think they're even the ones that suggested doing it. We were just like, yeah, definitely. So I didn't really know like if they were gonna say anything about it or anything. And then on stage the day that we did it, where we swapped looks, Vigil, the vocalist, said this really really awesome thing to people that I wish there were more bands in their position and their style that would say shit like that, but there's not, because it's not cool to stick up for a band that your fans hate on. But I have tremendous amounts of respect for that band, because they don't, like, just like us, they don't give a fuck. They'll do and say whatever they want, and that clearly is a testament to that fact. I don't know. It's definitely one of the highlights of my life, I could say, is seeing a band that I really look up to, that I find a lot of meaning in their music, stick up for a band like us, because I feel like we're constantly an underdog, and to have somebody back our band is huge for me, especially when I really love that band that's doing that for us.
I honestly don't feel like you guys are going to be underdogs for that much longer.
I kind of like the idea of that we will be. I think that we always are going to be. Maybe you don't see it that way, but I do. I just feel like no matter what we do, no matter what I do personally, it's always going to be Marilyn Manson. Whatever we do as a band, it's always going to be, this sounds like this looks like that. It's always going to be something fucking, some sort of negative criticism. And I want that, because it just drives me to push it further, and I want to be the underdog that comes through and kicks ass and just fucking pushes everybody out of my fucking way. That's I'm being aggressive about it.
Is that kind of shared by everybody? I mean,
yeah.
Is that?
I think all of us just have a really deep-seated disgust for a lot of shit that goes on in the world and the music industry today, and being an underdog is something that's going to motivate you to do something more with your life than just be content with where you're at. And I don't know. I think it's really going to affect where our band goes in 2012. It's not like the tours we're on or something that we're doing as a specific, like a strategic thing to get on top, or we don't care about being the biggest fucking band in the world. We care about just music, and I think not enough bands in the world give a shit about that easy concept.
Yeah.
Just make music, stand for something, and don't rip your fans off. And I guess when you do actually believe in meaning and doing the right thing, you're an underdog, and I like it that way. I want to stay that way and just push past all the fucking bullshit.
Did you guys even pay attention to the Alternative Press Best of 2011?
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk shit on anybody. I definitely don't agree with a lot of things, but that's because kids have no idea. Like, I'm not gonna mention any names because it's fucking stupid to start shit. But
right.
Some of the people that won, I know for a fact, don't actually play their instrument on stage. We've toured with them, and they don't. Their shit's turned off. But they won best of.
Milli Vanilli's.
How does that fucking make sense?
Yeah.
Like, how does somebody that doesn't even play or write their own shit win the best at something? Should win. I just don't understand. Well, I do understand. It's that kids have no fucking idea, because they're just fed this bullshit that they see through all the magazines that they're reading, through all of the Facebook ads, and whatever's cool they see what they're being told to see, and they'll vote for whoever they're told to vote for. So.
Well,
I'm in no. I feel like that makes me sound like I'm jealous, and I'm not, because like I said, I don't want to be voted for anything. I want to, that would be taken away from being the underdog.
Yeah.
But I just wish that people that actually had talent and that were, good at what they do would have gotten a winning spot instead of the same fucking band for 100 different things.
Yeah, I saw that. And I wasn't trying to incite shit talking or anything.
Oh, no, I'm not insulting any. I feel like there's definitely going to be someone that thinks I'm talking shit on Black Veil Bride, but I'm not at all. I'm talking about an entirely different band. Yeah.
But it was just one of those things. Like, I was looking through them, and I'm like, where in the fuck is Motionless and why? Because it's like, come on, man.
We're never going to be that.
Immaculate Misconception video. Freaking, I mean.
We're never going to be an AP band. We're never going to be on the fucking cover of AP. We're never going to have a full page or a 3-page gigantic thing in AP, because we're not that kind of band. Like that. We don't fucking it's just not what's cool for those people. Like, it's not what's meant to be by the people that control that shit. And I wish that people could open their eyes more and realize that that's how it is. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that we weren't involved in the voting. I think our video was, which I guess that's probably the only thing I'd be excited about, if our video was voted like best of or involved, just because then it would let me know that people got the point and it did something. But that's about it. I don't want to be best singer. I want to be fucking most pissed off singer or whatever. I don't know.
Well, are you doing good on time, or you need me to?
No, you're good.
Keep going. Man.
Last interview was like a half hour, wasn't it?
It was 25 minutes.
This one's gonna be like fucking 45.
Yeah, we're good.
I keep talking. I'm just rambling.
It's all right, man. I want it. I heard that. So it's the last show of the year. You guys got something special planned?
We did like Christmas sweaters and Christmas outfits at our show at the Grove a couple days ago. It's like a fest that we played December to Remember. That was kind of like our fun thing for the tour.
Yeah.
This show is just kind of, at this point, we're all just like, I want to go home. It's the last day. It's like the last day of school. Do you do anything? No. Well, we're gonna go up there and we're gonna play and do what we do, but can't wait to fucking go home. Even though I'm gonna be home for fucking 2 weeks only. But
what are you guys doing after that? Are you writing?
Yeah, me and Ricky go to LA to start recording with Tim.
Awesome. Yeah. What do you guys? I don't want to ask you because I sound like an asshole.
Fire away.
I don't really believe in anything, and my girlfriend's very hardcore about Christmas. How is it that you guys deal with it? I mean, what kind of families do you come from? Is it a family that is hardcore about that kind of stuff, like going to mass on Christmas Day and stuff like that? I mean,
I don't think any of our families are really like that. I mean, I wasn't raised to have to believe or have to do anything, which is cool. My parents are awesome, or they were awesome with that shit. As far as anybody else, I don't think their parents or their families are like that. It's kind of just like, not to mention, we're not 10-year-old kids and being told what we have to do. So we're all adults and can make our own choices. So Christmas is just a fun thing now. Both my parents growing up were, kind of to live with, just because it wasn't the right situation. But now that things are resolved, it's really awesome to be home for the like, it's really cool to know that I'm going home for Christmas and I get to hang out with my mom, my dad, and brother and sister and shit. So I'm kind of embracing Christmas this year, just because I've been gone all year. I haven't been home. I think we've been home for like a month total. So, and I know everybody else feels the same way. They're gonna go home and hang out with their family and just enjoy life.
And when you were off, you were just hanging out together then too, right?
Yeah, I mean, you mean each other in the band? Yeah, we all, like, pretty much always, when we go home, we don't have other friends. We just hang out with each other. When you're gone for this long, it's hard to have friends. We do, but it's like, it's really hard to maintain any kind of friendship or relationship at all when you're on tour for 11 months out of the year. So
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with.
That's it?
Man.
Are you done? I
Last
don't
time-
want this to be over.
All right, last time I was holding a sheet of paper with some generic bullshit questions on it.
Let's just talk about whatever. How long could you upload a video on YouTube for?
However long I want, man.
Yeah? Like an hour? Let's fucking do it. The first hour-long interview.
I'm gonna go for an hour. That's what she said.
I was just gonna say.
What's your favorite moment of 2011, man?
If the world ends, that would be pretty cool to see that. How many people could say they've seen that in their lifetime? If the world ends?
What was your favorite moment this year?
I don't know. What was really cool this year? Yeah, going to Europe was really cool for the first time. Even though our experience there was kind of rough.
Are you guys banned from Canada? Or like
No,
a certain venue in Canada or something?
No, we just have problems getting in, but that's all resolved now. Finally, fucking 3 years later.
Well, because I'm following all you guys on Twitter, and it's like, sorry Canada, we won't be there tonight, and I'm like, what'd they do?
No. Well, actually, it's not our fault. We didn't do anything. Well, we didn't do anything. Somebody in our band did something fucking really stupid.
And you guys all got kind of the rap.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's resolved now, so we're not gonna have any more problems getting in.
Awesome, man. Is there anything aside from the Soundwave shows, which are going to be massive, that you're looking forward to as far as bands that you might be touring with? Maybe you're not at liberty to discuss that, but
Yeah, not really, unfortunately. We have a huge summer tour. That's gonna be really cool.
all right.
It's just all I really give a shit about for 2012 is putting a new record out. You know, like we can do whatever tour, I don't care, but getting that record out and having something new for fans is like the biggest thing.
Do you have any more music videos in mind for the Creatures album?
No, we filmed a live video for Puppet. Actually, hopefully this will get to kids so they'll stop asking me. We filmed a live video for Puppets on 10 different All-Stars dates.
Okay.
And we're just waiting for like another month or something to put that out, just so people have something new while we're working on everything. So it'll be out probably within like the next 2 months, live.
Last time I talked to you, I think you said, as far as, because I brought up that you covered Dragula, and do you have anything in mind? Is there any covers that you would put on the record, or like your upcoming record?
Yeah, we're gonna do one for the record instead of just like a one-off cover. I don't want to say what it is yet, because then
Ruin the surprise.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's not like a current song; it's kind of an older song, but it's begging to be redone in like our kind of style.
In this style.
Yeah. If you listen to it, you'll be like, that makes perfect sense.
Okay. How much stuff have you guys written already?
Not much. We kind of, as far as working with Tim, the things that we want to do with him they're gonna be done with him, just because I feel like that's gonna make those songs be more what we want them to be. The more heavier stuff is what we have started, but we don't even start recording until April, so we have a little while still.
How does it all come together? Who starts the writing process?
Lately, Ricky is the one that kind of like he'll lay out his ideas, and then I'll hear it and I'll kind of either direct where I think it should go, or I'll take something that he did and I'll work on my own thing with it. So it's basically just been me and him, and as opposed to the last record where it was me for the majority of the time. I'm glad that like everybody else in the band is going to be taking part in it rather than just me, because then it won't be so one-dimensional, which is another reason why we're working with so many people on this record, is to give it so much dimension and so much depth instead of just one person. So, it's just me and Ricky kind of take our ideas and put them together, record them.
You guys still hardcore into chicken wings? Oh.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be home tomorrow and then probably go for wings on Saturday, Christmas Eve. You got it.
There's no new foods to move on to?
What? Is that even a question? Yeah, pink cake pops from Starbucks.
I've been seeing that. What's up with that? You guys are upset about a shortage?
Have you not had
No.
them yet?
We
Our
come.
friendship is not suspended.
We come from a small corn-fed town in northern Illinois, man. We ain't got no Starbucks.
Northern Illinois is fucking up.
What is it? What is that? And why is it so awesome?
You know what? I'm going to turn to Josh Balls for this question. Balls, could you come down here and tell me why Starbucks cake pops are so awesome?
Fuck Starbucks.
Because they never have them?
He loves them. I bought him one today for Christmas.
Their coffee sucks so bad. But those cake
Take
pops
that back.
You
take it back!
Those birthday cake pops are pretty delicious.
There goes your Starbucks sponsorship. You guys
I'm trying to show off the skin right there.
Look at this
Yeah,
guy.
like it's a video interview.
Take the shoe. Balls, why are Starbucks cake pops so good?
Starbucks sucks dick. They're delicious. I bet it. Oh, it is a video interview.
Yeah. So you guys aren't too far away from Allentown, right? Is that kind of where you guys?
Yeah, about an hour north of it.
Where's your favorite spots to hang out or go to when you're going to be at home?
We don't really go anywhere. Well, we're never fucking home, so I don't even remember. I don't know what my life was like before this band at all. I don't remember what I did or where I went or who my friends were. We just go for chicken wings all the time, and then we hang out at Ange's house, or that's it. That's really all we do.
Who do you? Outside
Do you guys need to get in here? Ange?
Nope.
Ah, alright.
Outside of the band, who do you personally try to keep in contact with, like from other bands? Who do you try to talk to once in a while? Make sure that you keep.
The Ghost Inside dudes. Everybody that we've hung out with and that we have a good friendship with. All the Ghost Inside dudes. Our friend Bobby, who he's done like merch for a bunch of bands and he plays in a few bands. He's a really good friend of ours. Just anybody that we have a good friendship with. I'm the worst though, because I don't really communicate that much, like in texts or phone calls, unless it's like really close friends. So I suck at keeping in touch, but I like to think that I'm forgiven because nobody wants to be bothered 24/7 either. So.
The people that know you probably know that you're thinking about them anyway. Just
I hope.
right,
I hope.
dude. I think I'm out of questions, man.
It works. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
What do you use for your hair? I'm thinking about. I need some sort of new product.
I don't have any with me.
You use splooge, huh?
It may as well be. It's like Elmer's glue, man. Spiked.
I don't have an answer to that. Spiked. Oh yeah, the yellow tube.
Glued, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've been down that road before.
And then I just got the short, sexy hair blue bottle or something like that. That's the current one.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now that I've embarrassed myself good enough, I'm gonna let you guys.
I'm such a great interviewer.
I enjoy interviewing you,
An
man.
interviewist.
Last time I felt like I asked too many stupid questions that you didn't have answers for or couldn't answer.
Hey, as long
and I
as
just
you're
kept
not
hammering.
asking me where we got our band name from, or well, you did ask how tour was. That's another no-no. Future interviewees, whatever you call them, don't ask where we got our band name from. Please, it's fucking annoying. Read a goddamn interview or go on YouTube and look at the 70,000 other interviews that have asked that. So, yeah. By the way, it's an 18 Vision song.
And
Don't ask how tour was either.
I'll learn that one.
Yeah.
And for the record, your message is not spreading the word of Jesus Christ or God, right?
Things changed a little bit. I wouldn't be so sure about that anymore.
All right, I guess I'll wait and see what the next album brings. Is it titled yet? Can't say. All right.
I'm trying to think of some sort of witty title that would go. Yeah,
Love God.
I can't.
God bless.
God bless you. Blackville has a song called that, so I can't do that.
All right. All right, man. Thanks again for taking the time to talk with
Thank you.
me. And
good luck uploading this to YouTube.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna give you a bunch of shit about it.
we'll get it. It'll be all
It's
right.
too long.
Nah, we'll be all right, man.
How many people do you think are gonna watch this, knowing that it's like 1.0 Whatever long. I'm trying to
well-
make this longer.
Well, we're at 35 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah, 37. But we were walking up, so. But people, I'm starting now to finally get an audience to where people give a shit about what I'm doing. So I'd like to think that hopefully more people will watch it, but we will see.
Right?
Yeah. But can't wait to see your set tonight and get home safely. It's starting to snow out there and be shitty, so.
Here?
It was on the way
Here?
up. On the way up, it was.
Your flight's not leaving. All three of our guys are flying home tonight, and it's scary. Fog, snow.
I don't care if there's boulders on the street. I'm driving.
Out of where? Where are you guys flying out of? Chicago?
They're flying out of here. We're just driving. Right?
Really? I didn't even know Bloomington had a freaking airport.
You just passed it, come on.
Oh. All right, man. I won't take your time up any longer.
Cool.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank you, guys.